Cashiers who have been robbed at gunpoint, what's the smartest way you made your way out of the situation? I was freshly 18 and working the closing shift at Walgreens during summer because I was literally broke. It was pitch black outside, and there were only 2 customers in the store. Some older guy grabbing vitamins, and this other man who just stood by the tampon aisle and stared at me. He looked pretty sketchy because he was wearing a black hoodie and it was 100 degrees outside. But I told myself I shouldn't assume the worst from people and just waved it off. But the second the other customer left, everything changed. The man walked straight up to my register and pulled out a gun. My whole body went cold. I had to stop myself from crying. Bang, bang, bang. He shot the gun at all the security cameras, and I was the only one working on shift, which meant I was as good as dead. Lock the doors, he said, his voice low and assertive. I frantically locked the automatic doors with a button by the cash register. Good, he said, still pointing the gun at me. Now empty the register. I wanted to move, but my hands wouldn't stop shaking. I was trying to punch in the code to open the drawer, but I kept hitting the wrong buttons. It wasn't even on purpose. I was just having a panic attack, but he noticed immediately. Stop stalling, he said, pointing the gun closer. That's when I realized I might not make it out of this store alive. The register finally opened. There was maybe $300 inside. I counted it out and handed it to him, hoping it would be enough. He looked at it and laughed. This is nothing. I want you to open the safe. I took a deep breath. I don't have the code. I was telling the truth. At the time, I was on ADHD medication, which meant that my memory was so bad that anytime I wanted to open the safe, I had to look at the code that was written on a note in the staff room. But he didn't believe me. Bang. He shot the shelf behind me, missing my head by just a few inches. Every store has a safe and every closer knows the combination. I'm not messing around. Give me the code. I started crying. Not fake crying to buy time. Real crying. Snot and tears and shaking. Please believe me. I'm on medication and I have the memory of a goldfish. He nodded slowly. Give me the code or I'll assume you're... He then smiled to himself. Useless. My skin crawled. I knew what that meant. I'd seen enough news stories about girls who couldn't give robbers what they wanted. They get unalived. So I broke. There's a code written down upstairs in the staff room. I can go get it. He smiled again. Now was that so hard? Suddenly he grabbed my arm and yanked me toward the back of the store. I stumbled and almost fell, but he didn't care. He shoved me toward the stairs and pressed the gun into my lower back. I could feel the metal through my shirt, cold and hard and real. Every step up those stairs felt like a countdown. I kept thinking about my mom, my little brother, the phone call they'd get tonight. I wondered if dying would hurt or if it would be fast. For half a second I thought about running, but my cardio was terrible and I knew there was no way I'd escape. When we finally reached the staff room door, he whispered, "Open it slowly, no sudden movements." My hand was trembling so hard I could barely grip the handle. I knew what was about to happen. I'd get the code, give it to him, and then he'd kill me anyway because I'd seen his face. There was no version of this where I walked away, or so I thought. I turned the handle and pushed the door open, and that's when I saw my ex-veteran dad. My eyes widened. He was the manager at Walgreens, but I thought he wasn't working today because I hadn't seen him all day, and he knew exactly what to do. As soon as we walked in, the robber didn't even get a word out. My dad moved so fast I barely saw it. One hand on the gun, one hand on the guy's wrist, and 3 seconds later the robber was on the ground, pinned, gasping for air, and completely disarmed. It was over before my brain even caught up. My dad didn't say much, just looked down at the guy and said, "You're a fucking loser."